Hello, everyone. Excuse me. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday, April the 21st. I thought today that maybe we could talk about transference rights and transference magic and what that is. Sorry if my voice is just a little scratchy. I haven't been up for very long. I'm still kind of waking up. So let's see if we can't get a couple people in here and then we'll get started on transference rights and transference rights magic. It makes a lot of sense when you hear about it. It just depends on, I think, what you believe in, if you believe in it or not. Um, hey, Diane Wolf. Good morning. How are you? I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Me and I've got Zwiki's dog Tucker over here with me, and he's on the bed and he's just rolling about. Him and his big old white fluffy self. He's a Husky, so he's big, white, and fluffy. So he's over here just rolling about, having himself a good time this morning. So we're up early and the house is quiet, and I thought I'd do a stream while everybody was, asleep. The way there's not a whole lot of background noise, except for Rainy. Of course, I hear her down the hallway now. There's always a Rainy. Hey, Miss Sue, how are you? Good morning. Hope you are doing well. Oh, Miss Diane, he is absolutely beautiful. And what's funny is his last name's Tucker, and so is ours. His whole name is Tucker. We call him Tucker Bees. But it's funny, Tucker and Tucker, it's just kind of funny. We have a Tucker staying with the Tuckers. So I just find that hilarious. But he seems to, like, he's not too fond of my kids, which my kids are grown, but he's just not too fond of my kids. But me and Tucker, like, we're tight. We're besties. Me and him are in here always hanging out. It's great. I can get him to start howling and we'll have a howling contest. But me trying to howl, yeah. I think that's why he does howl. He'll try to tell me to hush. 10:15 p.m. laying in bed. It is 7:15 a.m. here. But yeah, I thought today we could talk about, like I said, transference rights. Which transference rights, also known as transference of disease, is exhibited in many forms of magic and witchcraft worldwide. It is the belief that things or the essence of them can be transferred from one place or carrier to another. Now, do I think that's true? Absolutely. I think one spell can be transferred from one person to another. I think that a curse can be transferred from one person to another, such as a hereditary curse. I've actually seen that happen in a family. And, they actually still have the curse on them, if I'm not mistaken. Um, The family that has the curse, they were actually too scared to see if somebody could help break the curse because out of fear of them thinking it would make it worse. So they just kind of live with it, I guess you could say. Transference takes place in a few forms of Appalachian folk magic. Versions of these rites can be found in many forms of magic, especially in North American folk magic traditions of the Appalachia, the Ozarks, the Deep South, like Mississippi is called the Deep South, and Mexico. Transference rites don't focus solely on healing and removing disease. They can be done to remove spirits and conjure tricks placed on you. So, you don't hear a whole lot of talk in New Age magic about transference rites. It's there, you just don't hear it talked about very much. You don't hear it mentioned very often. And there's a lot of things I'm finding in folk magic that you don't hear spoken of in New Age magic. Even though even though in folk magic there's a long line of tradition and belief and a belief system, you really just do not hear it spoken about in New Age magic. And when I say New Age magic, I mean New Age such as Wicca, because Wicca is the newest establishment religion that pertains to a practice that could include witchcraft, but not necessarily Wicca alone. So don't get it twisted. I'm not just pointing out Wicca as New Age. There are other New Age practices out there. I'm just stating it as an obvious. And if I sound a little winded, it's because it is pollen season down here. Everything is covered in yellow pollen. And it has my sinuses messed up unbelievably. And two, it has my asthma kicked in unbelievably. And I'm out of my inhaler. So, I'm a little stuffy this morning. That's why if I sound a little off, that's why. But I'm in a great mood. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I just have a little bit of a sinus issue this morning going on. That's about it. But yeah, transference rites take place. And if you notice, it takes place in a lot of southern states. A lot of the South, Mexico, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Texas. And like I said, also the Appalachias. I mean, that they have these traditions and these belief systems. And like I said, it's found in many forms of magic. It's not just one type of magic that believes in transference rites. There are many forms of magic. You have Santeria, Brujeria, Voodoo, Voodoo, Hoodoo, Root Work, Conjure, Tucker Beast, Sidell. Hey Fox, how are you? Yep, you wake up breathing, it's a good day. That is exactly right. And I woke up today breathing. Stopped up, but breathing. So I'm still alive, is what I say. I'm still alive. Another day to fight the good fight. The struggle is real, people. The struggle of life is real. But like I said, it is transference rites. It is the belief that things or the essence of them can be transferred from one place or carrier, a place or a carrier to another. I find it pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. And remember, it doesn't focus solely on healing and removing diseases. And when it says disease, diseases in spells, curses, hexes. That's what they meant by disease. And afflictions. It can be done to remove spirits and conjure tricks placed on you as well. But it may, for example, here's a little folk magic. They used to take what they call an infliction upon one or a conjure trick on one and take it, do a spell work, and it had to go somewhere. You couldn't just make it disappear, the working. So they would take the working and put it onto a snake, a possum, something else, a doll. They would move it from one to the other because there was no way to get rid of it. So they would move it to an object or another carrier that, when their time was up, it was done. Hey Truth, how are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Fox is at work this morning. Don't work too hard, I say. I wished I had me a coffee this morning, you guys. I really do. Actually, I want a caramel frap. A caramel frappe all day is what I want. But if somebody had, let's say, a hex placed on them or a curse placed on them, you could get a practitioner to move it if they couldn't cure it or if they couldn't stop it. You would get them to move it into like a poppet, which is similar to a voodoo doll, but usually a poppet is to heal. But you could also get it moved into a poppet. And then that poppet would be wrapped, bound, binded up, and buried, usually on like sacred ground, as a form of, you know, keeping that curse or that hex bound to that poppet. That is a transference rite. It is moving one issue from one being, one place, one carrier to something else and then stopping it in its tracks as best you can. So that's the way that kind of works. There's other workings in between there and other little tidbits, but that's pretty much the gist of it. That's pretty much how magic works. It is manipulation, a manipulation of energy, a manipulation of intent. That's all it is manipulation and focus points. And some people would use that and take it, let's say, they would remove the sickness off of a person and transfer it to another person. Usually one considered an enemy, but they would move the sickness from one to the other, the essence of that sickness from that one person into the other. That was a form of transference rites. Like I said, it's known as transference of disease. It's not necessarily a disease, it's just what it's called because usually it is some sort of not it can be for healing, it can be for removing diseases, but it's also to deal with the removal of spirits and the removal of tricks known as conjure tricks as well. things you don't want to mess with, conjure tricks you don't want. That's something you don't want on you. But I hope everybody's having a good day. This was just a little short impromptu live about transference rights. I thought it was something that everybody might not know about and might learn a little something about magic that they didn't know and folk magic that they didn't know. Because, like I said, a lot of New Age does not talk about it. If they do, they don't call it transference rights. They label it as something else. But a lot of New Age material does not talk about it. This is something that's traditional, something that's old school, as you would call it, that's been passed down many generations, many generations. If you haven't already, I have a Facebook group called Lakaya's Lovely's Paranormal. I posted these notes in there. They're in my own handwriting. So you can see my notes. I keep a notebook full of notes like this that I come across. Things that I want to remember, things that stand out to me. I jot them down in a notebook. That way I can always go back and reference something or remember the definition of something if I need to. That way, if I come across it again, I can just easily resource it in my own material. Um, that's one thing I never got into is magic, but heard things about it off and on over the years. Yes, Sue, I'm a practitioner of magic. There's a difference between a practitioner of magic and then when you mix your religion into it. You can be a practitioner of magic and not have a religion. You can be a practitioner of magic and mix your religion into it. Or you can make your religion your practice of magic. It just depends on the person. It depends on what they believe. It depends on the type they do. What a lot of people don't understand is things they do every day is a form of magic. When you stir your soup that you cook to feed your family and you're wishing good thoughts of healing, that's magic. That's intent. That is purely magic. When Sean closes his show or opens his show up and he says his exorcism prayer, that is literally a return to sender spell. He may not know that, but that is exactly what it is. It is a return to sender spell. I have many spells that have almost the exact same wording. There's magic in everything. It just depends on if you call it that or not, if you label it as magic or not. But it's there. A lot of people don't know that, but it's there. I'm glad you found it interesting, Miss Diane. I thought it was interesting when I read it because, like I said, you don't hear a lot about transference rights. People talk about it just, in passing, but you don't really hear about it very much, especially when it pertains to traditional things or old folk magic or wise tales or regional crafts. You don't really hear a lot about it. Most everything these days is new age. New age this, new age that. Nothing wrong with new age. Absolutely not anything wrong with new age. But you just tend to lose out on the things that were before. Can a house be cursed or an object in the house? Absolutely. Um, there's a thing called house talking where you come in, you speak to your house, you don't, you know, When you leave, you speak to your house. Eventually, your house will give you answers. But your house can be cursed as well. It can contain negative energy. If you never take care of your house, if you don't keep it clean, if you never speak to it, if you never put your love and heart into your house, then absolutely your house can become cursed or somebody can curse it. And do I believe in cursed objects? Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Smudgy Mommy, long time no see. I've missed you. How are you, honey? Good to see you. I love seeing y'all's names in chat. Gives me the warm fuzzies. But yes, I also believe that uh objects in the house can be cursed. I have a cursed teddy bear in my house. It's haunted. Haunted, cursed, whatever you want to call it, same difference in a sense. You know, it is what it is. So, but yes, house talking, I solely believe in house talking. Your house is the heart. It is the heart of your home. It's not your hearth. Your kitchen is your hearth of your home. If you no longer have a hearth, because nowadays houses don't have hearths. Um, but house talking, I totally believe in. You put your essence and love into your home, and it creates the energy that you want it to have. But if you never put that intent and energy into your home, if you never bless it, if you never cleanse it, if you never sage it, if you never smudge it, if you never put Palo Santo in it or salt around it, if you never go around with holy water or a rosary, you're not cleansing and blessing and keeping the negativity out of your home can then turn negative. And that negativity can turn into a curse. It doesn't necessarily have to be cursed by somebody. It in itself can turn into a curse. Hanging in there, missed you. How you doing, babe? Been praying for y'all. We've been doing great, Smudgy Mommy. Right now we're really, 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 really busy with life and stuff for the channels and things like that. And I'd like to, speaking of channel, give a little shout out to Radlove. Thank you, Radlove, for sending me a phone stand so that I can start doing my reviews. So I've got to get that set up, and figure out a place I want to set it up at that I don't have to move it around so I can start doing reviews. And thank you to Bass Mayhem. He sent me something to review, and he sent me a gift, a rose plaque, and it is absolutely gorgeous. But he sent me something that I get to review too. So I'm excited about reviewing. So I have my first thing to review, and I've got a phone stand that I can use to record on. So I'm pretty much set up. I just got to get it set up in position and get ready to roll with reviewing things and still talking about the paranormal and the supernatural too. Naomi, good morning. How are you, sweetheart? Hope you're doing great. It's always good to see you, girl. Like I said, if you don't know, I have a group, Lakaya's Lovely's Paranormal. We post things paranormal, supernatural, witchy, occultish. Even if you want to post something religious in there, if you want to say a prayer in there, anything on the other side of normal can be posted in that group. There are no rules. I want everybody to have discussions. I want everybody to have fun. We do picture games in there. Guess the movie. Which one would you? I posted a picture of 3-6. 9 horror characters and said, which one would you have on your side as your teammate in hand-to-hand combat against the dog man? And why? And we have everybody answering that in discussion, and I love reading the answers, and it's just a great little group. I think we have 41 members in there so far. A lot of people from Nightmare Nation TV are in there. It's kind of a collaborative of my channel and Vault's channel together. And they're the only reason why I called it Lakaya's Lovelies is just, I don't know. It was the only thing I could think of at the time to name it that was different than everybody's other supernatural paranormal group. So I figured it would be easier to find. Hey, DM lady. Hey, John. So y'all go check out the Facebook group if you're on Facebook. You don't have to add me as an admin to get in the group. If you'd like to send me a friend request, feel free to. I will accept it. But it's not necessary to be in the group. Also, if you go and look under my folk magic video, there is a link to Scentbox, an affiliate link. It is a 1 month, it is a subscription box per month that averages about $14 a month. You get a sample perfume or cologne. It lasts you about 30 days. It's great to try out scents before you make a big commitment of buying a bigger bottle. It helps you to get money saved. It helps me to make a commission. Since I'm not monetized, this is the only way that I can make money. It's my very first affiliate link with Scentbox, and I'm greatly, greatly appreciative of anybody that would like to give it a try. And I will try to put that link under this video as well for Scentbox. Hey, Paul G. Good morning. How are you? It is so good to see everybody. Like I said, if you're just now coming in, we've already talked about Transference Rites. I'll go over it real quick. It is the belief that things or the essence of them can be transferred from one place or carrier to another. These versions of these rites can be found in many forms of magic, especially in North American folk magic, such as traditions of the Appalachia, the Ozarks, the Deep South, and Mexico. Transference rites don't focus solely on healing and removing disease. They can be done to remove spirits and conjure tricks placed on you. What that means is if it means like the transference of a spell, the transfer of a spell from one person to another or one person to an inanimate object. Like I said, it's not usually talked about a lot in New Age stuff. This is more traditional things. So that's what the topic of today was. You can go back in the video and listen. This was just a little quick live stream that I wanted to do on some notes I had that I thought were interesting. If you ever want to email me, it's rolling across the bottom of the screen. So is my Cash App. Those are my 2 info links. So usually in my videos now, I'm going to have those rolling across. That way, if you need to get a hold of me, you see how to get a hold of me. If you'd like to help out my channel, you see how to do that as well. I'm trying to get back up to almost, I want 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal. I slacked off for a little bit and lost a few subs, so now I'm trying to hit it hard, put more content out. And, you know, if you put content out, they will come, they say. So I'm trying. I am absolutely trying. I'm trying my best. My thing is, some people just have an issue with my content and they unsubscribe, and that's okay. How do I know if somebody put a curse on you? Well, usually usually curses have identifying markers. It's kind of like a checklist of A B C D, and you kind of go down the list, and if you have this problem and this problem and this problem and this problem, usually you can get down to it. There's different ways to tell if somebody's put a curse or a hex on you. You can do an egg cleanse to see if somebody's done something to you. You can check and see if they put the ojo or evil eye on you. Um, there's several things you can do, but that's usually the easiest one to do. Oh, Miss Diane, I'm glad you enjoy hearing from me in the mornings. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Naomi, I am giving it time. I've been at the same number for a while now, so. And thank you to Paranormal Highway last night, who got me some subscribers. He got me about 7 new subscribers. So thank you, new subscribers. I hope you stick around. Um, Paranormal Highway was known as Gypsy Road. He had to change his name. So if you're wondering what happened to Gypsy Road, it's now Paranormal Highway. So go give him a like, go give him a follow, a like on his latest video, leave a comment, show him some love. Super nice guy. His name's Eric. Very nice guy. Yes, nice hearing from you, not only Vault. Oh, that makes my heart swell because I know Vault is the man. Everybody loves Vault. You either love him or you hate him. That's just who Vault is. You either like him or you don't. But most everybody wants Vault all the time. They don't want Lakaya. So I've kind of gotten used to being in the background. But it's okay. I'm an introvert, so I'm used to being in the background anyway. Would love to see a video on how to see if someone put a curse on you. Okay, that's an idea. Ooh, Sue, you're following him already. Awesome. Now we love us some Lakaya. Oh, Paul, I love y'all too. I really, really do. You love seeing our dynamic. Ooh, sometimes our dynamic can be fire, let me tell you. And sometimes it can be oil and water. It just depends on the day. But that's what comes with 23 years of marriage and 2 kids later, and a lot of dogs. Some days are good, some days not so good. But you know what? In the end, we still pull it off. We still stick by each other. Hands down. He is my number one. I am his. It is what it is. Fire and ice, right? So, yeah, he is. Fault is something else. Like I said, either you dig him or you don't. That's just the way it is. And he is who he is. Gotta love the man. He's him 100% of the time. He's not fake. You don't get to fake with him. You either like him or you don't. And me, I'm just me. Weird, odd, a little unusual, a little shy, wear my heart on my sleeve. But I got a little bit of fire in me too when I need to spark it up, you know. So, but it was good seeing everybody. It was good talking to everybody. I think I'm fixing to get off here. I've got a few things I've got to do. Like I said, I just wanted to make this a quick video. I hope you all have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. It's almost the weekend, guys. Almost the weekend. It's getting close. Oh, thank you, Smudgy Mommy. How's the weather down here? We've had a lot of rain about 4 days out of the week. Each week we've had rain or tornadic weather, but it's been sunny. It's overcast right now. I don't know if it's supposed to rain today or not, but it was sunny yesterday. Hey, Wayne. I was just about to hop off. How are you? How are you? Good to see you. It's raining nonstop here in Oregon. I love the rain. I love thunder and lightning, but I don't like tornadic weather. I love storms, just not tornadic weather. I like to curl up and play on my phone or read a book or just relax and listen to it rain. That's what I love to do. I love, love, love the rain. But I like to be in home when it's raining. I don't like to necessarily be out in town when it's raining. I like to be at home, chilling out, relaxing, laying across the bed, listening to it rain. Well, you guys, I gotta go once again. Thank you for stopping by. Feel free to leave your comments in the comment section after the video. I'm not sure if I have them on approve or not. I can't remember. They may go through and I may have to approve them. Who knows? A lot of my YouTube stuff is messed up right now. So I will see you all later. Love, peace, and hair grease. Until next time, everybody. Goodbye.